One day, there was a Sprunki. Pinky decided that she wanted to have a tea party herself. So she decided to build one. Technically, she never made it for herself because she was going to invite someone else. And it's presumably her boyfriend, which was, of course, an orange Sprunki. And soon enough, Oren eventually sat on the table. But Oren said, why is there nothing on the table? Oh, the tea party! And so both decided to set plates for themselves. The tea party was just meant for Oren and Pinky themselves. However, they could not find the plates for a few minutes until they eventually found plates. And so they got cups. And eventually they got a teapot. Pinky decided to pour some tea into her cup, while Oren decided to pour some tea in too. And a little drop of it was put into the floor, like it was put into the table. However, all of a sudden, a bottle of alcohol caused Pinky's bottle to break. That caused Pinky's cup and Pinky's teapot to break, resulting in a huge tea mess. However, Orange was not affected, for Orange became sad and said, "Aw, how am I supposed to get my tea? Well, I'll just drink it all." After he drank all of it, he absolutely broke it. So Pinky said, "Oh, I'm sorry." Both were pretty sad. They were not really mad. They were still loving each other as much. Soon enough, one left. Soon Pinky said, "I am running you through that bottle." Not knowing who it was apparently someone else. That was not a Sprunki. And it apparently turned out to be a melon slave. He never liked Sprunki as much. And so while Pinky was apparently thrown out at the table, she was given a regeneration potion by that unnamed melon. And that unnamed melon revealed himself to be a slave. A slave? Yes, I am a slave. I am going to be taking you somewhere else, where you can never be found. And I broke your tea party because we don't like you all. Like, I don't like you all. What? You're just as doomsday as black. But Nadine, I'm not doomsday for that. Okay, stop. We won't stop. We'll put you in the trap, and then we'll torture you to death. Oh, no. And so Pinky and the slave went away. Oren never knew that the slave did this. Eventually the table was sold. Tanner discovered that Wolf had not been on the table for over a year. Warren believed Pinky was apparently missing. Tunner later confirmed that Pinky was indeed missing. He inspected the chairs and discovered something. He smelled tea, like since boiled tea, and apparently it was a bad smell, an alcohol bottle, and it was an empty alcohol bottle. He threw the plates and the alcohol bottle straight into the floor, but none of them broke. Eventually, he sold them for sale. And so an unnamed Sprunki decided to get it. And Tana declared that 4 years later, Pinky could have been classified dead. Soon enough, Tunner went back to his police station. And eventually later on, Gray was all alone. And it was the day after Pinky was abducted. Was classified adopted by Turner. According to Wenna, Gray was forced to do some of his bookwork because he was so far the only Sprunki to be put in school. And apparently he was sent to a bad melon school where he was forced to do his work. But then he also threw his work straight into the floor, pleading not to do it. And it was almost straight towards bed. And it was a book he had to do, eventually throwing it back to his backpack, off screen. But he was technically given a pencil. But the next day, he was given lots of homework. And was forced to do algebra, reading, and even math. Gray was forced to do all this work and got so worried. So much that one day, an unknown slave decided to go into this room. And apparently that slave was once again a survivor. But this time there were two slaves. But the other slave just went away after some time. You owe me your soul. What? Who? Who are you? A slave. I have been working here for millions of years, like I have been working here for 50 years. And yet, I just give you homework. Since you didn't listen to me, I'll be torturing you to death. Now come on. You'll be abducted as well. Both Gray and the slave also went away. Sometime later, like about 3 days later, Tunner eventually came to Gray's house because Wanda reported him missing. What's all this? Homework? Seriously, he forgot to do his homework? Oh man, I hope he's in the school. We have no schools in town. My opponent's pointing on school. Said Tunner. Tunner stated to the public, like to the Sprunki public earlier, around 3 years earlier, stating that the Sprunkies do not have any more schools, and that going to a mountain school could have been classified illegal by tons of the public. But eventually he threw everything to the floor again. Once again, creating a mess. And soon enough, China apparently later stated to Wenna that he was indeed reported missing because he smelled the remains of Gray. Gray was presumably missing. And the last one, a yellow one named Simon, apparently got missing around 3 years later after Gray's disappearance. One day, he apparently found something, and it was a pretty large computer. Oh, he loved playing on his laptop. But just like Gray, he haven't done that for many years. But unlike Gray, he was not sent to Melon School. However, all of a sudden, right when he was about, all of a sudden, right when Simon was about to invite his friends over to his house for a gaming session, an unnamed melon, known as the Doomsday Survivor, banged on Simon's table. We are getting you in trouble as well. What is it? Who are you? He had thrown his laptop into the floor by accident, as for his fear, and discovered a disguised melon. However, instead of robbing that Sprunki, that side decided to hit Simon multiple times. Simon also owned a laboratory, which was shared between a few bots, as in Sprunki bots. But apparently after reviving the slave apparently stole Simon as well, and Tatum. And eventually the laptop was classified missing. It is unknown who reported Simon missing, but Dover presumably reported him missing. Sometime later, Tanner said, Simon, I hope you're okay. But when he smelled the remnants, and discovered it was the remnants of Simon, Tanner stated later to the Sprunki public that we should indeed find where these Sprunkies are. But then all of a sudden, a suspect was made, and it was Black. Black later spotted Tanner, who wanted him for dead. You're wanted for dead. No, I did not steal the Sprunkies. I discovered it was unknown sites. Slaves? Literally? I saw one of the Sprunkies being abducted by the sites. I'd never heard of them before. Oh no. Just will not talk about this. Although Block was not arrested, he was kicked for talking melon politics. So, Rye also tried to talk about melon politics a bit, not saying. So, is the side's gonna get us all? Hey! We know we don't talk about politics. Rye was not arrested either, but just like with Black, he was kicked for talking politics about the melons, as well as insulting sides, not knowing that these were not Sprunki sides.